At 2 minutes and 25 seconds into a Minecraft video with almost no views, a message appears on the screen that nobody sent. Every other message in the video belongs to someone. This one doesn't. It's black instead of white, it has no name attached, and it isn't talking to the players. It says, "Watch him closely." The channel I came across, called CoolHero27, on the surface, it's just one guy and his friend Max playing Minecraft on a survival world. One thing caught my eye though, the censored usernames and the strange white text flashing for just a couple of frames in the first video. Something was wrong and I knew it right away. What started as casually checking out a weird little channel with barely any views turned into one of the most challenging ARGs I've ever tried to solve, and it all starts with a chat message that nobody sent.
Where are you?
I'm at base.
I'm in the place you left me at.
I'm coming.
Do you know who I am?
Do you need any food?
No.
At the bottom, I lay still.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get some wood for us.
Alright.
In Max's chest, which specifically says to not touch, there's a diary in the chest written by what we can assume is Max. Hero opens up the chat and it's uncensored now, but the names don't match up with the YouTube channel. I mean, obviously they don't have to, but it's just something to point out, especially since they refer to themselves as Max Boy and Hero on the signs on the front of the house.
Can you help me finish the mines?
Okay, sure.
Watch him closely.
The video cuts there, and at first glance it picks up at the same spot we left off on, but some things are different. The XP, inventory, and armor protection are completely different. They immediately notice that their mine is completely blocked off. Neither of them did it.
What happened?
Did you block this off?
No.
What the hell? This isn't natural, you know.
Yes, I know, but what's happening?
The video cuts and plays a breaking item sound from Minecraft.
It's open.
When the video comes back, the mine is completely open, but this does not look like a natural cave.
Should we explore?
Sure, why not?
I left my iron pick at home. I'm stuck.
Bad luck, I guess. I'm going to the bottom. See you there.
Okay, see you there.
I'm kinda scared.
And as they make it to the bottom of the cave, we find something interesting at the bottom of the world.
The hell?
What looks like to be where bedrock should be is a grave. with flowers planted all around it, which makes sense because the title of this video is called Flowers.
Don't come here. What's that? Why not? Just run away.
Now, we can tell that Harrow and Maxboy really don't have the best escape skills. I mean, my gosh, they're getting nowhere. And as more breaking sounds play, the video ends.
It's not your fault. You'll forget it someday. Move forward. Don't visit that place anymore. Wake up.
So, what is this video? The first two videos were somewhat normal, but this one really threw me off. The video we just finished watching is called Dream State. The title is pretty self-explanatory. It's a dream coming from someone or something. If we get a good look at what's above this person in Dream State, we can see it's the same block that the grave is covered with. Not only that, but it's also surrounded by bedrock, like it's at the bottom of the world. Now, we already know what the white hexadecimal translates to, but what does the red text say? Well, it translates to
Murderer, not who you think it is. False truth.
false truth. A false truth of what? It seems like nothing we've seen yet could even be a false truth. That's what I thought until I watched the next video, which is titled Forgetting. One of the first things he says in this video sticks throughout the entire series, so don't miss it.
Hello, guys. Maxboy isn't here today. He left for vacation. So, yeah.
Harrow grabs the planks out of one of his chests and heads over to the mine. He begins to block everything up. But something tells me this isn't even Harrow. I mean, look at the inventory, it's almost like a replica. The music playing in the background is like an extremely warped version of a normal C418 song. He acts differently, he talks a bit differently, everything's off.
It's here again. I'm scared to move or look back.
That day.
Harrow finally gets enough courage to look behind him, and nothing is behind him. I'd like to point out that in almost every single video, the one C418 song we hear is key. We haven't heard any other soundtracks coming from Minecraft.
Everything's alright. I just have to forget it. Good. That's about it for today. I don't know why I started recording.
Not who you think it is.
I felt like I had to get something off of my chest. I'm disappointed in myself.
Not who you think it is.
As he heads over to a grave that he's never seen before.
Not his grave. Fake goat.
Harrow clearly can't see these messages that are popping up on the screen. Otherwise, he would clearly be concerned, at least I'd hope so. He then continues to head into the mine, breaks open the cover and heads down to the bottom, where we know there's another grave. But when he gets down there, it's not a grave anymore. Nonetheless, he still gives his flowers.
Rewatch episode 1.
And after the Morse code pops up on the screen, he quickly covers back up the mine.
One line is present.
He then walks through a forest by his base directly towards another grave, once again planting flowers.
Farewell.
Not what you think.
He sits here until night, and then the video cuts as soon as he starts to move.
Hello, everyone.
One lie is present. He is not who you think it is. Splatoony, Shark X10, if you have commented on this channel, hide. Whatever you do, do not friend him anywhere.
There's been a ton of Morse code up to this point, and clearly it's something trying to communicate with Harrow and the people watching him, but this line caught my attention for a different reason. It isn't talking to Harrow. Splatoony and Shark X10 are two different people who'd been in the same comment section since the very first video. They've been decoding, asking questions, trying to figure out what this channel actually was about, and mid-video in Morse code, something reached out and said their names. Then it told them to hide. Think about where we are at this point. A best friend who went on vacation, a grave at the bottom of the world that we've been told isn't his, and something that keeps insisting the person we've been watching isn't who we think it is. Every message before this was aimed at Harrow. The only thing we can do is watch Shark and Splatoony to see if they disappear or if anything happens to them.
This is my favorite place. I sometimes think, what would my life be without Minecraft? I have made so many friends here. I have lost so many friends here. And And now, I think it would be my time to go. But I'm afraid. What comes after the dark? What comes after life? Or is he still there waiting? Will he judge me?
As Harrow slowly makes it back to his base, he goes to a specific place.
This was his. This is my favorite flower. Will I ever defeat the guild? I don't know. See you guys.
You don't have to hide. We are all waiting. We could see you are waiting. One light is present. Your offerings are worthless.
As this video starts off, I'd like to point out that his inventory has completely changed, and it once again is after these weird dream videos.
I know it's been a while since I last uploaded. Some things happened and I haven't been feeling well.
At the bottom I lay still.
I've noticed that there's been these strange holes in my world now.
As the video continues to play out, we slowly see a sentence forming at the top of his screen. At first it just seems like random letters, but when you put it together, it says,
"Come find me." I don't know what to think of them. You ever wonder if you will be free of guilt? I know that's not a typical question, but do you? I don't have any friends anymore. All of them are gone. But maybe one day someone will play with me. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe I have issues? Am I enough? Everyone's blood flows harshly. Everyone's heart beats loudly. This is the start of a new era. Where the hell am I?
He woke up. He will never reach the truth. I'm still flesh. I hold on to awful feelings.
How did I get here? I logged off on the beach. not doing this.
Up to this point, we've been watching Harrow slowly fall apart, and while it's easy to miss, this 40-second video of someone stuck in bedrock is very important for the series. The title of this video is Heartbleed. Heartbleed is a real thing. Back in 2014, it was one of the biggest security holes ever found on the internet. To sum it up, it let an attacker ask a computer for a very little bit of information, and they would end up getting access to way more information than they were supposed to. And whatever happened to be sitting next to what the attacker asked for ended up in the attacker's hands. Now think about what this person, or even entity that we've been watching, has been doing ever since Max went on vacation. It knows things it shouldn't. For example, the entity messes up and says things like,
This was his. This is my favorite flower.
like it's reading someone else's memories and forgetting whose they are. Since video 6, here's what we've put together. We've been told over and over that Harrow isn't who he says he is. Max clearly must be dead or buried and speaking to us in this white Morse code from the bottom of the world. And if that white Morse code really is Max, then he'd know the truth about Harrow better than anyone else. So the rest of this ARG comes down to one question. What is this truth that Max has been trying to explain to us that Harrow has been trying to hide this entire time? The video starts with Harrow back in his base. He's clearly confused and there's Morse code all over the screen.
Hello, everyone. Again. I know it's been a while again. Some stuff happened back at home. I don't really know if I can keep playing in this world. I feel deeply connected to the ground here. It's like I have a purpose here. But my gut says I need to leave. I've never noticed this. Did it change shape?
The next video starts up in a completely different room we've never seen before. There's 4 doors lined up next to him.
This isn't where I logged off.
On the ground it says something like Max Boy Limbo, or something close to that.
What is this place? Something's off.
As he enters the first room, there's a flower and a sign that reads this.
The first to fall, the worst of all. No mercy shown, the end is known.
Is that a riddle or some poem?
The second doom, no more room. Shadows speak, shadows weep.
Every single room has a flower and a sign with a poem.
The third cold, blood runs cold. Stories old, lies you've told.
Until he makes it to the final room.
There's still room for one more. But where is he?
Opening the chest, there's some strange eye-looking thing built out with the items in the chest.
What is this place? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do?
Harrow tries everything, even trying to break through the roof, and there's actually a room up there, but he never checks it.
It's no use trying to escape that. I feel like I should know this.
Harrow tries opening doors in a different way. He tries everything he can, but nothing ever happens.
Where is who? I'll log off. I hope next time I come on, I'm somewhere else. By magic. I don't know.
You actually did it. You aren't him anymore. You can now drop the act. All your lies started to make sense for the others. But for me, I find it quite entertaining. Now, face it. You should have repented your actions. Harrow.
Hello everyone. I guess we are somewhere new again. These days aren't going to get any better, are they? The world has been flooded? I really don't say this too often, but I'm scared. I haven't been this scared in like 10 years. I'm getting some primal instincts to run, to flee. I have to escape.
I am sure he will be back. Could you forget? Could you ever forget something so horrifying? Maybe he didn't forget. Maybe he never will. He isn't cut out for it. He needs to realize what he has done. Realize, 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 and W-H-Y. Do you keep me here?
Okay, so what is happening? In one of the previous couple videos, the screen turns fully red with one word over and over: hell. In the next video, that's exactly where we end up. Though it may not look like hell, here's how we know it is. The video is called First Circle. That's a reference to Dante's Inferno, a 700-year-old poem about a guy traveling through hell. There's specifically 9 levels, or circles, and each level is for a worse sin than the last. But the first circle isn't for the guilty. It's called Limbo. It's for people who never did anything wrong, but got excluded anyways from heaven. They aren't being tortured, they're just kept there. Harrow spawns into a building to the left of a bunch of doors. Behind each door is a room with a flower and a message. These rooms aren't meant as a punishment for Harrow. Each one is someone else. People being kept here, dead, and something seems to be pointing the finger at Harrow. Spelled out in the blocks on the floor, This ARG tells us exactly where we are. Limbo. Well, it says Max Boy too, but Limbo is the important part. When Harrow reaches the last room, it's pretty obvious what this is supposed to mean. Max's chest and bed is there, there's no flower, and the sign says,
"There is still room for one more, but where is he?"
well, that's a good question. In video 13, the messages stop hinting at things and start accusing instead.
You actually did it. You aren't him anymore. You can now drop the act. Harrow.
They're speaking straight to Harrow. The video after continues this, but instead of accusing, it seems to be trying to scare someone who did a very bad deed. Perhaps Harrow. The next video is called Depths. From what we know, we can assume the title is referring to the depths of hell. I mean, it only makes sense, and at first glance, it looks to line up with my theory.
What the hell?
The next video, Depths, puts him in a weird situation.
My game has switched its visuals? Why does it look like this? Whoa. What is that?
It seems he's on a large platform above a variety of different things below him.
I just noticed my inventory is switched too. This isn't my inventory. Do I jump down?
And pay attention as he jumps down.
Whoa. I should follow this carpet. What is that?
As he continues following the red carpet, he comes across some signs with Morse code and numbers on them.
Weird. What the hell?
He continues following the only thing he can really see, which is the red carpet. And it leads him to an entrance.
Entrance. Right or left?
Don't go left, don't go left.
Let's check both.
He quickly changes his mind and checks the right side first. He decides not to jump down and then goes back to the left.
I'm not going to drop there. Trippy.
His vision is so blurry and distorted that he can't even read the signs in front of him. For whatever reason, he closes himself in this door and this happens.
Ice.
The next video, called The Supposed Dead, picks up not from Harrow's POV, but from Max's. He woke up.
I'm dead.
As Max looks behind him, we can see the grave that Harrow put him in. It isn't the one at the bottom of the world, it's the one right outside Harrow's house.
My house.
And that only makes sense because Max witnessed the other grave at the bottom of the world, one of Harrow's other victims.
Where's all my stuff? Harrow? Harrow. Harrow.
You might be wondering why he's calling out for the person who killed him, but we'll get to that soon.
Harrow. Harrow. I need to find them. I need to find them. I need to find them.
This video is an entire reference to Heartbleed. I mean, I'm sure you can tell it's a character with a bleeding looking heart. There's nothing else I really need to say. The way it switches POVs like it has access to more information than it should perfectly describes Heartbleed.
Hello, guys. Max Boy isn't here today. He left for vacation. So, yeah.
Blocking the return. It's useless. I have left already. He thought that by mimicking others, he could get more victims. If he would play pretend forgiveness, we would forgive him. All the others have passed on. Carol, don't lie. I couldn't. Carol was my best friend. We played a lot of games.
It's here again. I'm scared to move or look back.
I have the urge to kill.
So after everything, let's put this whole picture together. As we know, it started as a normal Minecraft channel, a guy named Harrow playing on an old world with his best friend Max. But Harrow was never who he said he was. Harrow isn't even a real name. It's a name he took from someone he killed before. Because that was his method. He'd wear a person's identity like a mask, get close to someone new, and become their friend. And once they trusted him completely, he'd kill them, take their name, and start again. That explains the other graves that Max had witnessed himself before Max ended up in a grave himself. Max was just Harrow's latest victim. Harrow murdered him and hid his body in another grave. Then he told everyone that Max had simply left for vacation. But Max didn't stay quiet. From in his grave, his ghost started speaking. The white Morse code we've been decoding this entire series was his ghost, trying to tell us that the person we were watching was not who he pretended to be. Harrow, as we mentioned before, would mess up and he'd expose little bits of the truth video by video. It was a truth he was trying to keep buried, surfacing whether he wanted it to or not. The others died and moved on. Max couldn't. For 16 videos, we heard him from the bottom of his grave as a spirit. Here's the thing Harrow never understood. Max wasn't gone. He was left for dead, and there's a complete difference. When Max eventually woke up, confused in his own blind darkness, not even knowing what had happened to him, he called out for the one person he thought could help. Harrow! His best friend, Harrow. Max doesn't understand it yet. Not fully, but somewhere down there, his spirit already knows the truth. And it's all just a matter of time until Max, in the flesh, catches up.